Emily from Huntington Learning Center in East Boise, here to talk to you about the college puzzle. Now, if you have students who are in high school or are approaching high school, you know that there are a million different choices and decisions that need to be made to ensure that your child is on the right track towards college. Today we're going to be looking at some key points in each grade level so that you know what should I keep an eye out for and how do I help them navigate this path. So starting off here with freshman year. Now that might seem very early, however, it's never too early to start this process. Really start to think about their class schedule. Are they going to be taking AP or advanced placement classes? What is a tentative 4-year plan for them? What sort of extracurriculars are they interested in? All of these pieces can be very important when making those college decisions later on down the road, and the earlier you start to think about it, the better. This is also a wonderful time to introduce yourself to your college counselor, your school counselor. Get to know them, right? They open all of the doors in terms of different schools and colleges that they can recommend, financial aid. The earlier you get to know them, the better. Moving then into sophomore year, this is a great time to start your research. So dip your toe into the college pool, essentially. What types of colleges are out there and what are you interested in? Maybe you want to go across the country to a huge city. Maybe you want to stay in a very small community. It really depends, and there's a different type of college that's going to fit you and fit your student. So make sure that you start that process. Also, think about finances, right? Financial aid can be a huge consideration when it comes to picking a school, and the earlier that you make yourself aware of these rules and regulations and the different types of financial aid that's available to you, the better. Also, keep in mind that there is a PSAT going to be taken October of sophomore year. Now, here at Huntington, we call that the pre-PSAT because it doesn't count for anything, but it's a great way to expose your child to exam prep, right? Test taking strategies, what goes well for them and what doesn't, and it helps you to know what sort of support they're going to need later on down the road. This is our first big hurdle that you need to jump over. The summer of before your junior year is a perfect time to prep for PSAT and SAT. The purpose being is that there is a PSAT in October of junior year that counts for National Merit Scholarship. Now that is a huge scholarship that can open up a lot of different opportunities for students. In fact, we've had students here in our center who have been offered acceptance to colleges based on their PSAT scores. So that's really something important to keep in mind. Also, really think about that list of colleges and of aid, right? Start to dig in, see what's the best fit for you. What do you think your plans are going to be after school? And start to whittle that list down a little bit. Junior year is also the perfect time to really put in the prep and make sure that you're ready for the SAT or the ACT. School is only going to get busier from here on out, right? So AP classes, all of those things are ramping up, and the earlier you're able to get that ACT or SAT score that you want, the better. If you take a test, fall of your junior year and it's what you want and you're finished, you can be done with the exam prep process. So the earlier the better on that side. Also start to do some college visits at the end of junior year. You might love how a college presents itself on the website, and then you go to the campus and it's just not the best fit. So make sure you actually take the time, travel around, and look at the places that you are going to want to spend your academic career after high school. As we then ramp up into senior year, this is where you really are going to narrow those colleges. Which ones are you going to apply to? Start the application process. Please keep in mind, however, that there are different deadlines for different schools. Everybody has a different rolling admissions or early decision, and you need to keep your finger on the pulse of all of the schools that you're interested in so that you don't miss anything. You also will have to have your SAT and ACT scores completed before senior year, ideally, so that you are not pushing up against a lot of those deadlines. That can create stress. That can lead your student to not get the score that they want or that they're even capable of because of all of that anxiety surrounding a test. So get that out of the way early. Pay attention to those deadlines and then watch the mail. Admissions and acceptance will be rolling in spring, and before you know it, your child will be off to the college of their dreams and of their choice. all if you are able to follow through and start early as freshman year.